This is a walkthrough guide on how to do the Bird of Prey quest that you get from Vostatek around halfway through the game. So this is where you have to find poachers and you have to deal with them. The first one is located near Rocktower Pond, which is at the left-hand side of the map, as you can see over here. Now, this one's actually quite simple to find. I will show you the exact location. You're going to go to a cottage ruins that's located right over here at this little spot. So when you make your way here, you'll see the ruins immediately. You might have to put it to like evening time. I set it to 8 o'clock in the evening, just like this. And then you're going to go up to the cottage ruins. You can actually loot some stuff inside, but you'll find behind the ruins, there's an NPC with a bow on his back walking around here. You'll speak to him and he'll almost immediately admit that he's a poacher. And then from here, you can kind of decide on what you want to do. I sent him to the gallows and I let him, pay for his crimes. There seems to be a few alternatives, but anyway, I sent him here. The quest will update at this point, telling you to go back to Vostatek to tell him about the poacher. And then also Vostatek will give you another poacher that you need to go ahead and track down and find. These are going to get progressively more difficult, so you might be here in the video looking for certain timestamps for certain poachers, because the ones towards the end of the video can be harder to find than the ones at the beginning here. This one is going to be located near Vidlak Pond, so right over here at the top left-hand side of the Trotsky region. So right over here, if we go to the Vidlak village area here, there's two NPCs that you can speak to. The first one is going to be the tanner. I recommend doing this during daytime so that they're awake and you can speak to them. You're going to talk to him and he's going to basically tell you about a location, a deer hunting spot in the middle here. He's going to mark it on your map so you know that that is the location you can check out. You can also then speak to the fisherman's wife in the house. It is marked as a quest icon on this map, and she's going to blame the tanner, but she's also going to tell you that they're further up in the forest. They're not on the lower end, which, depending who you speak to, if you spoke to both of them, they're both going to point you towards this statue, whereas the hunting spot is located over here. On the map, this is going to be directly on the hunting spot. So here you can see the region has like shrunk a bit. And then from here, you're just going to head north-northwest. I will guide you exactly to the location that you need to go to find the camp. So eventually you walk close enough and you'll discover it like this. I did this at nighttime. It seems like you might be able to do this at daytime too, because he was just sleeping over here. The location of this is here. I hope this helps. There's a lot of trees, so I hope you can figure out from reference where I'm standing with all the forest. And then, yeah, basically you can either just I took the opportunity while he's sleeping to point at his little pouch, and I decided to rob him. Because there's a locked chest in his camp, so I took his keys. I also took a bunch of other stuff, robbed him multiple times, opened the chest, and there's a few things in the chest that you can go ahead and take for free. So do that if you're doing it while he's asleep, but if you need him awake to do the quest, so about like 5 a.m. he wakes up, speak to him, and you can basically talk to him just like you did with the other poacher, and eventually you'll convince him to, either be handed in, and so he's just gonna let me arrest him. I guess you could also let him go or you can kill him. It's really up to you. I sent him to the gallows again. It was fun. After whatever decision you make, you return to Vostatek and he will then point you to another gamekeeper. This one is to the lower end of Trotsky, which is a region that, if you've played the game enough to go to the second map, is very important to the storyline. So I don't know when you can get this quest, but if you do have this quest, you're just going to head down all the way to the south. So straight to the south of this map, you'll see when I open it up here, we're going to find Varel, the gamekeeper, located over here. This is also to the southeast of Semine. So right over here, you'll find the location. It does mark it on the map, which helps you. Go here, speak with Gamekeeper Varel. He looks like this, and usually he's awake during the day. Speak to him, and he will give you a poacher that you need to go ahead and discover and find. This is actually going to send you all the way to the Gravekeeper of Troskowitz, which is all the way to the east of Troskowitz. So it's going to take you up to Ignatius, which on the map here you can see from this location is going to take us all the way north. So we're going to make our way to the north to the I location. So right over here at this spot where the Gravekeeper is located. So I'm going to go here, and then you'll find Ignatius during the day digging graves or walking around in this area. Speak to him. He'll give you some information about wolves and things in the area, and that you can follow a little path to the southeast. Now, I'm going to give you the exact locations. I'm going to save you the trouble because this is the hardest one to find. I looked for like 30 minutes almost to find this exact location. So in this forest over here, you're going to go ahead and find his camp, which is relatively easy to find. I'm not going to lie, that's the easy part. I'll show you on the map now as soon as I just get off here. Now, the map location for this is super easy. It's like right over here. So you're going to go like kind of to the dead center of that region. You'll see it's right at this location. Now this one's a bit tricky because there are wolves in the camp, so you will get attacked and you will have to fight some wolves. And essentially, you can put one and one together that the poacher was attacked by wolves, and you have to find out where his body is. This took me a while. I ended up running at nighttime and like ran into his body at this location, this row hunting spot. So make your way to this spot over here. I don't know if it's a daytime or nighttime. I guess I just found it at nighttime. By the time I found it, it took a lot of time. And you just have to like look over the body and you should be able to, you know, discover that, oh, this guy's dead. And then you'll need to return back to Varel to tell him about the fate of the poacher and what happened to him and that, you know, the wolves got him, blah, 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 blah. And then he's going to give you a follow-up poacher quest, the final poacher quest actually, where you have to find poachers near where you are right now. It's actually just to the southwest. Now this actually ties in a little bit with the lair. I don't know if you guys interacted with the mill quest line right at the beginning of the game. This is not required to do. All she's basically going to tell you when you speak with Bonnie is that you don't have to search the forest near here. They're actually further to the south. So essentially she's just going to shrink the search circle, which if you look at the map is going to bring it down to this region over here. So now I'm just going to guide you exactly to where you can find the camp. So eventually I just stumbled into it. It is quite a big camp, hard to miss. If you head south, you'll basically run into it straight from where Bonnie was located. So over here, this is where it is. Now, first things first, you have to find 3 signs of evidence that they've been poaching. The first one is over here by this like deer and this like kind of grave thing. And then you'll find there are about 2 enemies in here and you just have to like crouch around. You can actually fight them and wipe them out. It is optional, but I actually decided to just do some sneaking. There's a chest over there if you want. This is the second sign of poaching, that thing there that I just examined. And then the third one is where this NPC is kind of like cutting up this deer on this hanging thing, which you can examine while he's still busy with it. He has no idea. Now, like I said, it is optional to kill them. I actually recommend killing them because I didn't kill them and I kind of got like a bad ending for this quest. So I recommend going back and maybe trying to talk to them or just wipe them out like the optional questing says. Once you've done so, you can return to Varel and you can give him information on, you know, where their location is and stuff. And you will finish the quest and get some money and rewards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching.